Welcome to the Short Score, the Team Roping Journal's weekly updates from the team roping world, including from pro rodeo, major jackpots, USTRC, and World Series of Team Roping qualifiers, and more, with hosts Chelsea Shaffer
and Kaitlin Gustave.
Good morning, Kaitlin.
Good morning, Chelsea.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Short Score. This is your weekly team roping news update from the staff at the Team Roping Journal. Woohoo! Here we go. There was a lot of team roping this weekend.
There was a lot of team roping this weekend.
Yes, and so I guess we're going to start with the professionals as we always do. We'll move on to the World Series and the USTRC, and then hopefully we'll have a special guest at the end.
Awesome. Well, for the pro rodeo news, Tyler Wade and Billie Jack Saebens, they won Shawnee, Oklahoma with a 5.2 second run. They added $1,039 to their earnings. It's awesome for them.
And I think they were on a team of mares.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. I saw the pictures. Oh, we got the photos. They're going to be in the next issue of the Team Roping Journal. Ooh. We'll have them online. But T. Wade was on his roan mare. Doesn't he call her something that's embarrassing?
Probably.
Glow. He calls her Glow.
I mean, all of his horse names are embarrassing,
Sorry,
I feel like.
It's true.
Bunny.
He doesn't have Bunny anymore.
This is true.
T-Wade's
Sorry, T-Wade.
T-Wade rode his roan mare, and Billie Jack was on his black mare. So, which we have a story about that black mare on our website.
Is so pretty.
Yeah. She came to our photo shoot last week. Yes. She's a world AQHA world champion shown by J.D. Yates. Billie Jack gets to jockey her this year, and holy smokes.
Pole bending horse.
Yeah, Dustin Rogers. Bending horse. Like they made the finals in the senior pole bending. In fact, so Dustin,
congratulations,
guys! There's photos of it on our website.
Go check it out.
TeamRopingJournal.com.
We're not lying.
You can see Dustin Rogers' supreme pole bending skills. I heard JD train that mare on the poles though.
JD.
Yeah, I heard that he is a closeted pole bending horse trainer. So
I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on from this hilarious topic.
Sorry, guys.
We have Tanner Baldwin and Nano Garza, which you will hear more about Tanner Baldwin in World Series news as well. Sneak peek. They placed second at Hayward, California with a 5.9. They won $1,455. They tied for first with Blaine Lenaweaver and Wade Hooker at Ramona, California. Love that rodeo. Close to my home. They won that with a 5.6 second run, adding $1,414 to each of their earnings. And they also won Redding, California. First in the average. Yeah, 12.1 on two head, $3,043. And they also won the first round with a 5.8 second run, adding $2,029.
That's awesome for Tanner. And
right?
Anna. That's really great for those guys, yeah.
They added a total of $7,941 to their earnings.
Very cool.
Not adding Tanner's World Series wins.
And what did... Wait, okay.
We have to talk about that later.
We'll get there later. Also, so Tanner Baldwin's... I just told you that you should do something with Tanner Baldwin in the next issue of the magazine. Tanner Baldwin's name came up when I was talking to Brock Hansen for an upcoming episode of The Score. He said Tanner Baldwin's somebody he likes to watch the way he scores his horses. And they see it differently, but, you know, he said Tanner Baldwin always gets a great start and is really a talented header when it comes to scoring. So hopefully we get to talk a lot about Tanner Baldwin in the coming years. He's always been close. He's polite. Glad to see him. And I know he grew up, I think when he cracked out, he was riding one of Coulter Todd's old NFR horses because he grew up in that same area and had some influence with the Todds. So that's cool.
That's awesome. I know he comes up here and he'll amateur rodeo a little bit up here.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Exciting to see Tanner doing good. And then we have Clayton Eggers and Joshua Smitherman. They won the Vernon, Texas rodeo, 17.5 on two head. It's kind of a smaller rodeo. Those runs were a little bit longer. They placed fourth in the first round with the 8.6 second run and second in the second round with the 8.9.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pro rodeo news.
Okay, well, moving on. World Series, USTRC. Tell me about the World Series.
Like I said, Tanner Baldwin. Tanner Baldwin was healing in the 13.5 in Norco, California.
Cal shootouts are open, right?
California shootouts. He was healing for Levi Brott. They won the 13.5, 33.01 seconds on forehead, splitting $4,920. And Tanner also won the 15.5 heading for Jace Helton. They were 30.35 on forehead. They split $3,360.
Gotcha.
Then there was a Watson team roping in West Monroe, Louisiana. The 10.5 winners were Mark Smith and Jody Holt. They were 43.27 on forehead. They split $8,060.
Gotcha. And then this weekend there was a huge roping in Denver, right? A Jeff Smith roping that got 1,240 some teams in the truck roping. So you guys are going to have to check out Jeff Smith's Facebook page for full results there. But holy cow, that was pretty impressive. I saw C Photography, who's one of our great photographers at the Team Roping Journal. They were there. They were taking pictures. They were reporting on it. So, yeah, holy teams in that truck roping. Yeah, the USTRC had the Ohio Classic at Rodeo Run Arena in Canal Winchester. Bump Postlewaite and Shane Rickley, I know those guys. I grew up with Shane's wife there in Ohio, and they won $900 for the 12 slide there at the Ohio Classic.
That's awesome.
The next USTRC ropings that are coming your way are in Ohio as well. The Buckeye Classic is in Lancaster, Ohio, May 31st to June 2nd. The USTRC's West Texas Championships in San Angelo are May 31st to June 2nd. And the USTRC's Red Rock Classic in Gallup, New Mexico, June 1st to 2nd.
And then coming up this weekend in the World Series ropings, there's Belfouche, South Dakota. There's a Show Low, Arizona qualifier. A Ruidoso, New Mexico qualifier, Shelley Productions. A Homedale, Idaho qualifier, Triple T Productions. And a San Antonio, Texas qualifier, Matthews Land and Cattle. An Eaton, Colorado qualifier, Mountain States Cattle Co. And June 1st is Pueblo, Colorado qualifier, Mountain States Cattle Co.
All right. Well, we'll get you guys updated on the next week and what's coming up. In the meantime, stay tuned for an upcoming episode of The Score. This one coming up is with Ren Richard, which is exciting. All right. So now we got a special guest I told you about at the beginning of the episode. Tyler Wade, him and Billie Jack kind of caught fire this weekend. They picked up quite a few checks, and we talked about them, like I said, at the beginning of the episode. We trapped T-Wade on a phone call on his way to practice this morning, so you'll get to enjoy him firsthand. Pretty raw, as always. T-Wade doesn't hold anything back. So thank you guys. Enjoy.
What's up?
What
I told you T-Wade always answers.
You're so dependable, Tyler.
I really am.
You're on The Score this morning. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Glad you're here. You guys had a big
You did this
weekend.
on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yep, we were plotting this all along.
Yeah. Good idea.
So how was Glow this weekend?
It's pretty good. She's getting better.
Did you just ride her at Shawnee?
I rode her at the WCRA deal on the jackpot and then an amateur rodeo before that this week. So
Oh.
yeah, she's been I just decided they get better when they're your only one. So I got a few of them. I was just a rider though.
Oh, you do have other ones that you could have ridden, but you chose to ride her?
Yeah.
How old is she this year?
7, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Was it a good confidence-building weekend then? You guys picked up quite a bit of money?
Yeah. We just want to enter as much as we can, the little stuff and the big stuff too, to try to get on a roll and get a run down and pretty much just get some practice in for the summer. So we've been entering some amateur rodeos and just kind of the little rodeos around the house, just whatever we can get to.
Do you feel like you're getting a rundown?
Yeah. Yeah, I needed to change some stuff to do better for Billie Jack, stuff like that, so I've been working on that.
What'd you change?
I think it's going pretty good. When I reach, I usually go really slow, and I needed to to smooth the corner out just a little bit, not just guide the steer off quite as much as I usually do. So hopefully it'll work out. Been working on it.
Does Fonzie let you, I mean, can you do that on Fonzie, or is that something you're working on other horses with?
Yeah, it's easy to speed them up because I've always slowed them down almost too much. So it's pretty easy it's harder to slow one down than it is to speed them up. So it's not a huge change, but just kind of keep the rhythm and the momentum of the run. And that way it's going to help me face too. I was getting hung up facing it just a little bit because I had my horses so collected I could bring them all the way around. So.
Gotcha. Well, what's the next month look like for you? Are you guys just taking it easy till Reno, or I guess it's not the next month. I mean, it's coming in hot.
Yeah, it is. And practicing for Green Bay would be similar to practicing for the NFR because the barrier's supposed to be 4 under, I think, just like the NFR.
Oh, wow.
And I hadn't practiced that since November, so it's going to be a little different. But I think we only have like 10 days to practice for it. And we're going to some rodeo, like 4 or 5 rodeos and 3 or 4 jackpots between now and then. So I'm not going to get a lot of practice for it, but try to get it in when we can.
What are you thinking of the WCRA so far?
I think it's a great deal. It's amazing how good a deal that is and how few entries they're getting. I hope it picks up because they're doing a really good job being for the contestant.
Yeah.
There's in a new association and all that. There's always some kinks people need to work out, but I think everybody that ropes for a living's 100% on board, and this is huge for the weekend roper as well, because you don't have to go to any kind of qualifier or anything like that besides the semis and Guthrie, and you still win a ton of money, and they try to do their best to rope the steers through and have the barrier where everybody likes, and you can literally count anything and everything, and it's a really cool concept. I think the toughest part for them would be doing everything on your phone and so through social media and all that. The rodeo world's not really big on that yet. So
yeah,
like entering the jackpot on my phone and stuff like that. I'm not very tech savvy, so it's kind of tough. But my wife taught me through it when we got entered. So
thank God your wife's so handy.
Exactly.
What? How many did you have to nominate to get in? Did you nominate quite a few?
I think just being snow, I nominated 3.
So it's not like it costs you a lot.
At where you nominate,
yeah.
Sometimes a good deal. Either you want to do the big ones that you get a lot of points when you do it, or you want to do, something that you get a couple runs at. Maybe a jackpot that's go 3 or 4 times, or San Antonio, you're guaranteed 3 and get up to 6 steers. So the odds of placing and getting some points are pretty good. So I nominated San Antonio and Houston and Odessa. So I guess run like 9 steers total to nominate everything. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, you have endured this podcasting experience for the first time better than I expected. So I'll let you go.
Yeah, thanks for trapping me. I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Y'all have fun.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. Remember, Patrick Smith. Remember to go back and listen to the Patrick Smith episode if you haven't already. He tells us the story of Amigo. I love it. He gets pretty detailed about how that horse came up and how he developed him and how he kept him sound on the road for all those years. So listen to that. Leave us a review. Kaitlin, what do reviews do?
They help other people find us.
Yes.
On all podcast locations.
Yes, they're good for us. And they boost our egos every single time you write one. Unless you tell us you hate it, which hasn't happened yet. Please don't do that. Now, if you think that, please do it. That's fine. If you think it, tell us. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a great week. We will chat at you next Tuesday.